Hi everybody, sanibonani, welcome to my channel Ntando Mdletshe. And on this channel siyasibuka ama reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese siza la sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Siyaphinda ke futhi sikhuluma ngama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. If it's your first time joining me today, there is a subscribe button la ngezansi and a notification bell ukuze phela uthole umyalezo mangabe umsebenzi omusha sese ufakile. Listen you guys, they say a sign of madness is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. I can't help but to remember that the story ngizokhuluma ngaso namhlanje, which is the story ka Nomcebo Zikode, because I feel like she's going through exactly the same thing that she went through or still going through with Jerusalem now with her new hit Bayethe. You guys, there is an article that came out on Drum Magazine. If you want to read this article, it came out today, like 5 hours ago, on the 14th of December 2022, written by Sia. Okay, they're talking about the issues that she is having with her hits, a new hit that has been nominated for a Grammy. The nomination was announced on the 16th of November 2022, and this is something very big for Nomzamo, you guys. But it looks like she's going to be going through a court battle with regards to this song against Open Mic Production, because there has been some disputes in terms of the ownership of the song, you guys. So the article states that on the day that the Grammy nomination was announced, Open Mic Productions also wrote to Spotify, informing them that they would like the song Bayethe to be removed from their playlist. They say that the reason for that was that there was an infringement of intellectual property, which for me, the interpretation of that would be that there is a dispute in terms of who owns what in terms of that song. When Open Mic is contacted in terms of like finding out why they had to do that on the day that the song was nominated for a Grammy, they say that that was a coincidence on their part. It wasn't planned that way. But according to them, they believe that the removal of the song will not affect the nomination on the Grammys. However, on the side, Nomcebo seem to believe that it might possibly affect her nomination for the song on the Grammys, you guys. I also think, you guys, because chances are they would have known maybe a few days before the announcement that the song has been nominated, that they should have just held on to that a little bit until they see what happens with the song, instead of withdrawing it from Spotify on the same day that, you know, the announcement is made, you guys. So the awards, the Grammy Awards are supposed to be on the 6th of Feb 2023, which is not too far away. That is like what, 2.5 months away. So all of this that is happening now with them going to court is actually happening right before the awards. So anything can happen, you guys. If they feel like they're not clear on who is supposed to get this award that the song has been nominated for, I feel like it's possible that they might withdraw the song from the nomination. But Spotify seems to believe that that is not going to happen. Okay. And Nomcebo says one of the things or one of the problems or issues that she has had with Open Mic is that even with Jerusalem, there is a lot of like major jobs that they made her lose. And one of those jobs was the performance at the Africa Cup of Nations. She says that she feels that dealing with them through that song has prevented her from being able to do such big jobs like performing at the Africa Cup of Nations. From what this article says, you guys, it sounds like the fight for Jerusalem is not has not been concluded, but now there's a new fight for the new song Bayethe. And she does say that when it comes to Jerusalem, she has received two checks for Jerusalem and also her other song. On one check, it was 224 rand, guys. I almost fainted. Okay, for royalties, she received a check of 224 rand 20, and then she received another check of 269 rand 15. So she feels like there is some amounts that are still due to her that she hasn't received. Like, I was shocked, you guys. I was shocked that our artists can do so much work in creating these songs and get so little money. And I feel like maybe a big part of that is that they get into these deals and they don't read the fine lines. I don't know, you guys, but it has happened to so many artists that I'm starting to think, like, are they not learning to do things different? Okay, especially with her, she's still going through that with Jerusalem. Why would she get on another song like in a similar situation with another song? I just don't understand it, but I'm not in that situation, so it could be different, you guys, when you're in the situation. Okay, so on the side of the open mic, they say that they don't feel like Nomcebo is owed that much because she has excluded them in a lot of things when it comes to her dealing with the song Jerusalem. She says that she has traveled, they say she has traveled all around the world and did some major performances with Jerusalem and has made millions, which they haven't claimed anything in that. Okay, and and their understanding of the contracts was that Nomcebo understood at the beginning, even with Jerusalem, she understood that she was a feature on the song, but they seem to believe that what happens with her is that even though she would understand what the song is being made, that she is a feature, but when she sees the song blowing up, she will come back and act like she had no idea that she was supposed to be just a feature on the song. So the new song that Ubayete, she does, there are other collabs on it, which is Zex Bantwini, and I think they say it's Water Killerman who is on that song, whom Open Mic has made sure to mention that those people, according to them, actually they should be the one that are claiming to own more on the song by Yete, but they haven't really claimed anything like she is doing. So they seem to believe that those are the, if anything, those two should be the ones that should claim more, but they don't explain why they think that. Okay, the article goes on to say that this situation, because they were trying to prevent going to court with the situation, they have tried doing mediation, and Oskido is one of the people in the industry that has tried to initiate mediation between the two parties to see if they can actually agree to something before this whole thing goes to court. But they said that he was not successful in doing that. Okay, and then another issue also that she talks about Nomcebo is that in the contract with Open Mic, there is a clause that she's not supposed to record or perform with the exclusion of Open Mic. Like, she is supposed to do work under them as a company. So she's not supposed to record with anybody else, and she feels like there is an unfair clause, especially because she feels like they haven't done much to assist her in pushing her career, and she has done that on her own. So one of the things that she wants to be done by the court is to make sure that that clause, I guess, is made to be null and void, because she feels like they haven't done much for her. So how could she be prevented from recording and performing with the exclusion of Open Mic if they're not really doing much for her? Okay, and another thing that not Universal, but Open Mic is saying is that the song that Nomcebo is fighting for, and I'm guessing that is Bayete, was licensed with Universal Music. So she actually does not have a right to legally bring anything against them. If anything, it should be Universal. And it's very telling that through this whole thing with them withdrawing the song, that the Universal Studios has not Universal Music has not said anything. So they say that the fact that they haven't said anything, even though the song was licensed with them, is very telling, you guys. But they do insist again to say that they believe that this is not going to affect the Grammy nomination. Nomcebo, it's probably going to go ahead, but they do address as well the fact that it was a coincidence that it happened on the same day. Obviously, you guys, I would think that it's because I don't understand the music industry, because my question would be, if the song is doing well on Spotify and people are downloading the song and the song is making money, why would you withdraw the song? Why would you not leave the song there and maybe put the money in a trust until a time when a decision is made who should earn what, rather than withdrawing the song? Because if you withdraw the song, then it stops making money. So why would you not just let the song make money and don't make so much noise about it? It's only 2.5 months until the awards. After the awards, then you continue with the court case, but the song is still making money, and then afterwards the money can be split however the court decides that the money should be split. But also, these artists, you guys, I don't know, I'm not in that situation, but I don't know how you get in the exact same situation right after you were in that situation with another song. I would love to hear what she says if she's ever interviewed, with how did you get into this situation that is very similar to another situation that we were just in, because you were supposed to do things a little bit different this time, because you already know that these people are a little bit shady. Okay, anyway, you guys, maybe it's because we don't understand the music industry, but it looks like these artists are getting exploited left, right, and center. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before Pumegiona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.